Hi, first grade friends. Let's get ready for Fundations. The materials you will need at home today are index cards, your red crayon, a notebook, and a pencil. The materials you will need in school are index cards, your red crayon, your dry erase board and marker, and your tile board. Today's objective is I can spell words with suffix S. So we are learning 3 new trick words today. So we need our index cards and our red crayon. The first word we are learning is the word who. I know we know WH says wh, but that is why these are trick words because we can't sound them out. They say different sounds than the ones that we're used to. So who. The word who is also a question word. So how do I use the word who in a sentence? You might have to use a question sentence when we use it in a sentence. Who are you going to see? Do you see any other trick words in this sentence? I see 2. You and 2. Now the next trick word we are going to learn is what. How do I use the word what in a sentence? What can also be a question word. What do you like to eat for snack? Notice how I underline the WH in what because that's a digraph, and I also underline CK in snack because that is also a digraph. Do you see any other trick words in this sentence? There's a lot in here. There's 4 trick words in this sentence. Do, you, 2, and 4. And actually 5 if you include the new one we just learned. 5 trick words. And the last trick word we are learning today is when. When is also a question word. So how do I use the word when in a sentence? When do you go to school? Do you see any other trick words in this sentence? Oops. We have do, you, and I forgot to circle 2. My fault. I'm sorry about that. Now let's get ready to echo. When you see Echo the Owl, you repeat after me. A, apple, A. B, bat, B. C, cat, K. D, dog, D. E, ed, E. F, fun, F. G, game, G. H, hat, H. I, itch, I. J, jug, J. K, kite, K. L, lamp, L. M, man, M. N, nut, N. O, octopus, A. P, pan, P. Q, U, queen, Qu. R, rat, R. S, snake, S. T, top, T. U, up, V, van, V. W, wind, W. X, fox, X. Y, yellow, y. Z, zebra, z. WH, whistle, w. CH, chin, ch. SH, ship, sh. TH, thumb, CK, sock, ALL, ball, all. AM, ham, am. AN, fan, an. S, bugs, z. Now let's pause the video and stretch out our vowel sounds. Now let's review. When we use suffix S, we put suffix S at the end of a word. It goes right at the end because the suffix S makes nouns plural. Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing, or animal. And when we put the S at the end, it means that there is more than one. So if you look at the screen, in this picture, we see one ship. Here we see many ships. So when we see more than one, we want to put the S at the end to show one, more than one. And remember, S can make two sounds. Suffix S can make two sounds. Suffix S can say S, and suffix S can say Z. So let's get out our white dry erase boards, or if you're at home and you have your notebook, I want you to write down the word of the day. So let's write ships on our dry erase boards. Let's tap it out first. So hands up. Let's tap out ships. Sh, I, s, ships. Remember, when we tap it out, we want to tap the base word first, then add the suffix after. So let's do it again. Sh, I, s, ships. And that suffix S doesn't get a tap. Okay. How many letters do we see in the word ships? We're going to include that suffix S. So how many letters do you see in ships? That's right, 5 letters in the word ships. But how many sounds do we see in the word ships? Only 4 sounds. Remember, SH is together and they make one sound. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds. So I asked you to write the word ships on your notebook or on your dry erase board. So how do we write it on the writing grid? Remember how we form our letters. Now this is what it should look like. Remember, our S is a plain line letter. Our H is nice and tall, touches that skyline. Then the plain line I, plain line P, plain line S. Now how do we mark a suffix S? We mark the suffix S by circling the suffix. So we circle the S and then we scoop the base word. So the base word is ship because it can be all by itself. Okay, then we circle the suffix. So what is the vowel sound in the word ships? I, itch, I is the vowel sound. And always a hint, the vowel sounds are those pink cards. Now we are going to make words. So again, at home, you can use your notebook. In school, you can use your letter boards or your tile boards. So let's put the word ships on our tile board. So let's build the word ships. At home, you can write it down in your notebook. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to change one tile or one letter to make a new word. So we don't have to clear our boards or we don't have to write a whole new word each time. Okay, we are just going to change one sound. So now we're going to change ships to shops. Shops. This is what your word should look like. Shops. Now we are going to change the word shops to chops. Chops. This is what your word should look like. So we only changed one sound. Okay, now we're going to change one sound again. Chops. We're going to now name it chips. Chips. This is what your word should look like. So all we had to do was change one sound and we made 4 words. Okay, now those of you at home, you're going to make a new list. Those of you who are in school, you're going to clear your boards. Now we're going to make different sounds. So I'm going to dictate different sounds. You are going to echo the sound and then find the tile for that sound. So you're going to take the tile from up here and bring it down to the bottom in the empty box. Those of you who are at home using a notebook, you can just write down the sound that I'm using or the sound that I'm saying. Ready? First sound. Ah. Echo. Ah. Now find ah. The next sound you are going to find is the next sound you're going to find is all. All. And next, the last sound, I'm going to give you one more. Qu. Qu. So you should have O, T, H, A, L, L for all, and Q, U. Now you can clear your tile boards or you can start a new list and we are going to build words. When I say the word, I'm going to say it, then you're going to echo or tap it out, and then you're going to find the letter tiles or you're going to write it down to build the word. Ready? Make sure you don't eat the pits of the cherries. Pits. This is the word that you should have. Good job. Let's keep going. Clear your boards. Start a new line. Let's make a new word. That dog sheds a lot. There is dog hair everywhere. Sheds. Sheds. This is the word that you should have. Okay, clear your boards. Make a new line. Time for a new word. My friend loves to collect rocks. Rocks. Okay, this is the word that you should have. And last, put the game away in the box. Box. This is the word you should have. This one was a tricky one. BOX, box. So this does not have a suffix S. Now you are going to try these words and building words with suffix S all on your own. Have a great day.